Well, welcome back to another episode of Fox Sports Lab NRL. I'm Eloise Sohier, joined alongside Josh Morris for what is the last episode in the regular season. Round 27 is upon us, Josh. How are you feeling about this weekend's footy?
Yeah, hasn't it flown this season? We've had some ups and downs throughout the year. Bit mixed feelings about this one. We've got some cracking games which can decide the top eight, but then we've also seen a lot of sides resting their superstars in preparation for week one of the finals. So some of these games, it could be a flip of the coin.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with tonight's game. Broncos taking on the Storm. Two teams, like you say, that are going to rest some players ahead of the finals. Just your thoughts initially. What do you think about these teams and these coaches making that decision to rest these players?
Oh, look, I think they've probably realised that they're more than likely going to play each other in round one of the finals. So they don't want to give too much away heading into that big game. So they have rested a number of players. Some have actually put their hand up to play, but Ryan Papenhuyzen is starting at fullback. So that's a great sign. And if he has a big game, well, then we potentially could see him stay there for that round one clash in the finals. But I've tipped the Storm in this one. I think they've probably got more experienced players, let's just say that, in their side. They welcome back Justin Olam as well, who's been in reserve grade. We all know what he's capable of, and Tarek Sims as well. So they get a bit of grunt there. They do have a good record at Suncorp Stadium as well. I think they've won 27 from 35. So that's a fairly decent record there. So, yeah, I'm tipping the Storm in that one.
Yeah, the Storm have beaten Broncos in the last 13 straight games. It's a pretty incredible record. Let's see if they can hold it up this evening. Let's kick off Friday night. The Seagulls taking on the Tigers. I suppose the Tigers are looking to try and avoid the wooden spoon. The Seagulls are looking for pride at this time of this season. What do you like about this matchup and who are you tipping?
Yeah, I've tipped the Seagulls in this one, Eloise. I think after their performance last weekend against the Doggies, they really didn't even look like they got out of second or third gear, and they put plenty on the Dogs. So for the Tigers, they've got a number of players out as well. They don't want to get the spoon, but yeah, I just think that Manly have too many points in them to stop, and I think they'll win by quite a bit.
The other Friday night game, which I think a lot of people have got their eye on, is of course the Rabbitohs taking on the Roosters. It's another chapter in the book of feuds. It could decide the top eight. Whoever wins will go through. There's been so many storylines and everything that's been happening at the Rabbitohs off the field. How hard was it to decide as to who you tipped in this one? I know you've got your brother there at the Roosters. Are you giving them one more chance? And what do you like about the matchup and where is the battle won?
Yes, I am giving them one more chance, supporting the bro. Um, I think this one normally is one in the forwards battle. I think whichever pack can dominate, then that will bring in the likes of their halves with Keary and Walker for South as well. James Tedesco is back. Latrell is missing, so they get a bit of a boost there in their spine for the Roosters. They're obviously missing Jared, who's copped that big suspension. But yeah, I just like the way the Roosters have gone about their business the past month. They know the job ahead of them, but they haven't won their last four at a core either. So they need to go out there and put in a big performance if they're to win and make finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Big point to prove. Can't wait for that matchup. Obviously, Saturday's game kicks off with the Dolphins taking on the Warriors. Dolphins with an opportunity here to sort of play around with that top four, top eight, sort of, I suppose, how the top eight finishes, rather. The Warriors, they're resting a number of players. It's the first time they've played finals in a number of years. What do they want to achieve out of this game?
Oh, look, they'll obviously want to win their last game. For the Dolphins, it's been a fantastic first year for them. Like, I tipped them to win the wooden spoon. They've been able to, first part of the year, come up with some big wins and some big scalps. We always knew that there were questions around their depth and what would happen with injuries, and we found that out that their depth just wasn't quite good enough. So they'll want to finish the season off strong as well. But yeah, I just think the Warriors have played better football throughout the year, and I think they can still get this job done.
The other Saturday game, of course, is the Panthers hosting the Cowboys. The Cowboys are still a chance of finishing in the top eight once all the results have finished and played out over the weekend. The Panthers, they welcome back Dylan Edwards after re-signing till 2028, a massive boost for them. But of course, they are missing a few players in the likes of Jerome Luai. Is this sort of the halves combination we can look to see how they sort of gel together on the eve of the finals, given Luai is going to be out for some time?
Yeah, I think this is the halves pairing that they will go with. Cogger has done a great job whilst he's been in the shoes of Nathan Cleary. Now he's in the shoes of Jerome Luai. The Panthers, they were disappointing last week in that loss to the Eels. They've pretty much named a full-strength side here. No one's getting a rest, and they'll want to put in a big performance here because the Cowboys, it's do or die for them as well. They need to win this one. They've named a very strong side as well. But I just think that the Panthers will really want to flex their muscle in this one. And I'm tipping a 13-plus victory here for the Panthers.
What do you think the Cowboys will have to do? What will be their game plan in order to target a certain player or try and shut down, that halves pairing? What will they be trying to do to try and get advantage so it doesn't end up being 13 plus in that,
Yeah,
differential?
they've got to hold on to the ball. They've got to try and starve Penrith of possession. They need to complete high. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough game for the Cowboys there, and they haven't won there, I think, since 2016. So it's up against them. So yeah, like I said, I just think that the Penrith side, they're primed, they're ready for a big one heading into the finals.
The other Saturday game is the Dragons taking on the Knights. Now, we know the Knights are without Kalen Ponga after that AC joint. How much does that impact the result of this game and also to what they're able to achieve out there? Or are you convinced by some of their other strike power in their 17?
Yeah, look, it is a big loss for them, but they've got Lockie Miller there. I think he's kind of been the forgotten man. He started the year there as well and did an outstanding job. So it's a good replacement to have just waiting in the wings there. I think as a team, he's lifted the quality. Ponga's lifted the quality of the team, and they will continue to bring that quality to the game. They won't rely on him for this one, and it's a good thing to have to see where they are without him. How big a role does he play in their victories? So I'm really looking forward to that for the Dragons. It's been a pretty miserable year for them, and their fans will hopefully have a big preseason. We'll see Shane Flanagan come in, and there might be light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, I just think the Knights will be too good in this one.
Lastly, just before the second last game of the round is the Titans and the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have been in the headlines this week. There's been plenty of off-field noise about what's been happening in the change room. Is that a distraction heading into this game when they want to, finish the season strong?
Yeah, I think this is a distraction. I think they've been probably distracted for a long time. Their performances have been woeful. They have the worst defence in the competition. Last weekend, some worrying signs. It didn't look like players were trying at all. So if they turn up with that attitude again, they're going to get flogged. It's as simple as that. I don't want them to get flogged, but they really need to show some heart and show this coach that they want to be a part of the club.
Absolutely. Plenty to play for them, and also to a time for the Titans as well, because they did have some, I suppose, opportunities throughout the season where they looked really strong and they fell away in games, and they'll be looking to go better in 2024. Lastly, this round, this is probably the most favorite game that I'm looking forward to, or the game of the round. Sharks taking on the Raiders. Now, the result of the top 8 could already be decided by the time we get to PointsBet Stadium come Sunday afternoon. But both these teams are still a chance of making the top 8. This is going to be an exciting matchup. If it's a dry track, we love that on a Sunday.
Yeah, we'd like to see a dry track out there at PointsBet Stadium. Wade Graham's last home game as a Sharkie. He's been there for a very long time. Much loved member of the team. So I think it's already a sellout. So I'm really looking forward to this one. The Raiders, they have a good record over the Sharkies too, so they won't be too fussed about going there to play and try and get the win. And both sides will want to win heading into week 1 of the finals. There's a slight chance that the Raiders may miss if they lose as well, depending on results. So this one, it certainly is the match of the round, apart from the blockbuster of the Roosters and Souths.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the Raiders too, missing Papa Lee after he had that bicep injury, but the Sharks welcome back Nico Hines. So there's plenty to play for, and it's some big inclusions and exclusions in that game. Josh Morris, it's been great to do these roundup every single week with you here on Fox Sports Lab NRL. I can't wait for the finals, and enjoy your footy.
I will do. And just on that, I have tipped the Sharkies as well.
Right.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.